Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen, to the uranium update on Commodity TV. Uranium is stealthily making its way above the $60 per pound mark. The chart looks good, and we can imagine the first price target of $80 per pound in the next 6 to 12 months. Sweden wants to build 10 new power plants, lift the exploration ban, and China recently reported to build about 100 new nuclear power plants additionally until 2045-2050 to get away from the dirty coal. The State Council approved the construction of 6 nuclear power plants representing an investment of about $17 billion. In the US, Georgia Power announced that Unit 3 of Plant Folkley has begun commercial operation. This is the first new nuclear power unit to be built in the US in over 30 years. And once Unit 4 comes online in about 9 months, the site will be the largest producer of clean energy in the US. In Japan, a power plant restarted, bringing the number of Japanese reactor restarts now to 11. And plans are underway to restart all idled reactors and build additional large and small reactors. In South Korea, the Ministry of Industry announced that it is considering building new nuclear power plants. Earlier this year, South Korea increased its target share of nuclear power generation in the country to 32.4% by 2030 and 34.6% by 2036, up from the 26% in 2021. Canada is also on fire with nuclear power. The Ontario government asked utility Bruce Power for an assessment on expanding the Bruce station by up to 4.8 gigawatts. The expansion would make the site the largest in the world. The Ontario government also extended the 6-reactor Pickering nuclear plant until September 2026. And in England, the government adopted the Great British Nuclear Programme, which calls for 24 gigawatts of new nuclear capacity by 2050. And so it goes on. Uranium is picking up steam, and you should be in with good companies. Our long-term and top favorite, Uranium Energy Corporation, entered into a purchase agreement with Rio Tinto Exploration Canada to acquire a portfolio of exploration stage projects in the Athabasca Basin in Saskatchewan for $1.5 million. A 60% interest in the Henday Lake joint venture, 100% of the Millikan project, and a 50% interest in the Carswell joint venture project were acquired. With this transaction, UEC has added an additional almost 18,000 hectares of prospective land in the Athabasca Basin to its existing portfolio of almost 442,000 hectares. Henday is located 5 kilometers north of Roughrider and close to the mining infrastructure that provides regional synergies with Roughrider and the other projects in the eastern Athabasca hub that UEC has acquired over the past 12 months as part of the UEX acquisition. Carswell is located immediately north of the former Clough Lake production operation and has uranium occurrences in drill holes, trenches, outcrops and rocks that are consistent with the mineralization types of the former Clough Lake operation. Carswell is in close proximity to She Creek, where the company holds a 49% interest in the She Creek deposits. The Millikan project represents the western extension of the Wolf Lake trend of UEC's Hidden Bay project, which has multiple uranium showings over 19 kilometers. The transaction was funded entirely from UEC's cash on hand, and they still have approximately $125 million cash on hand and no debt. Very important. Also, UEC is a production story, and we think the company will restart uranium production from its ISR deposits in 2024 in the US. This puts it in a perfect position in terms of production, development and exploration, as well as growth and future opportunities. As we expected, the double bottom at $2.5 held and the reversal formation occurred. Now we have reached a 4-fold resistance at $4.25, which should be overcome soon. The next resistance is the old high at $6.5, which we see as an intermediate target. We have defined the price target of $8.5 to $9. In the longer term, we see prices of $13 to $15 as feasible if the uranium price goes above $100 per pound. UEC is a must-have if you want to invest in good uranium companies and, of course, in uranium. You can also find all information on our Commodity TV app in German and English, as well as everything about commodities. Please note the following disclaimer. We appreciate a like and, more importantly, subscribe to our TV channel. The stock discussed is, of course, part of the SRC Mining Specialization Certificate, and I'm a shareholder in the company. Thanks for watching us, and bye-bye and servus from Austria.